has ich meine eigene Philosophie. Ich weiß von der Erfahrung im Leben, als wieviel du sollst sich nicht geben de mir. Hol ihm ein Hoffen in Streben, ihr Emesser sie wird jede Freude noch kriegen, noch zu säuben, verschrieben also. Ob's ist beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. Ob's ist beschert, wird kommen zu gehen. Klappen wird in dein Fenster, denn die wirst ihm der sehen. Finale wird sein der Schönste, am Melech Mulchein. Ob's ist beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. Von jener Welt wird kommen zu gehen, wie Juden in Chavin Gan Eden, ruhig und gestärkt. Leben wird ihr sich in Frieden, oi bes is basher.
Oi is basher, wird es sicher geschehen. Oi is basher, wird kommen zu gehen. Klappen Wetter in dein Fenster, wenn die West ihm der sehen. In allen Wetter sein der Schönste, am Melech Mulchein. Ob's ist beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. In jener Welt wird kommen zu gehen. Die Juden haben Gan Eden, ruhig und gestärkt. Leben wird ihr sich in Frieden. Oi, das ist
Okay, let's start reading it. Myra, would you like to start?
We recently came across the concept of beshert and discussed its various meanings: supernaturally destined, fated, ordained by God or by the stars, etc. You want me to keep going?
Yes, yes.
Okay. In the 1959 musical, The Kosher Widow, Molly Picon and Irving Jacobson sing Oib Siz Beshert, if it is destined. The music is by Shulam Secunda. Der Erfahrungen are experiences. Sich geben dem me means to make an effort. Verschrieben means inscribed. Molekane means charming, delightful. Von jener Eckwelt means from the other end of the world.
Okay, let's start the Yiddish. Svetlana, can you read, Svetlana? Since you are all muted.
Ja.
Geht, sehr gut.
Ich hab sich
Thing.
mein engere Philosophie. Ich weiß von der Erfahrungen leben. Als wie viel so soll sich nicht geben, demi holen, hoffen und streben ihr Emser Zivek,
Yes.
wird jede Freu nur kriegen, ob sie es oben verschrieben azoi. Ich hope
Okay.
mein anger, if I have my own philosophy, I know, I would know, yeah, from my experience, my life experience, yeah.
Rafael, why do you think that it has to be in Leben?
What does that mean?
Life experience, no?
Yeah, but Rafael wrote in the chat something, so can you
Of
explain
course,
it?
Yes,
Of course.
I think it makes better grammatical sense. Ich weiß von der Erfahrung in Leben. I know about experience in life, because the Erfahrung in Leben, that's two nouns next to each other, which doesn't make sense to me grammatically. And what I heard was actually the Erfahrung in Leben.
Okay, thank you.
Then, yeah. So how many should you not give to me? How many things should you don't give to me? Dreams, hopes, und sterben. Was ist sterben?
Effort.
Thank you, Adam.
Not sterben nor streben.
Streben. Streben?
Yep.
Maurice, what?
Yeah, so as Vinkl soll sich nicht geben to me means no matter how much you try, no matter how much effort you put into it.
Yeah, but how would you say streben?
To strive, to work hard, no matter what you, in other words, it's out of your hands, no matter how much you make an effort, you dream, you hope, you strive, it's out of your hands.
Okay. Go on, Svetlana.
You entschuldig, ich weiß nicht die Übersetzung Zivik, Emser Zivik.
Match. Zivug is
Right,
match.
so the word order is reversed. It's jede Frau wird ihr Emser Zivig. Every woman, and it's implied, will find her true love, her true match.
Okay, and the last line?
Oh, Maurice, could you please help?
Sure. So
But
every woman will find her.
Where's the verb there?
Is there a question?
Yeah, where's the verb there?
Vet.
Vet kriegen. It's separated. She will get. She will find.
Okay,
The
thank
kriegen is
you.
at the end. Jede
you.
Frau wird kriegen ihr Emser Zivig. And noch kriegen, she'll still find, she'll still get her true match.
Okay, thank you.
Oib says, Oibin verschrieben, also if it's inscribed up there.
Meaning in heaven.
This is poetry, supposedly, and poetry doesn't read like a regular sentence.
When I used to go home from work, I would walk in the street and I would say, Gott schickt mir meinen rechten Zivik. Yep.
Okay, you actually walked in the street and thought like this?
Yeah, to myself. Yes, I said it out loud. Yes,
And
my mother always used to say that. So I said, yeah, Gott schick mir mein rechten Zivik. Yeah.
okay, okay,
And
perfect.
Zoe
Where is
is
the hand? Where is the hand that we can raise when we want to speak? I don't see it on my line here.
Where
What's your
is
question?
Under reactions.
yeah, when you do the reactions, if you press on the reaction, you will see raised hand. But because there are many of you, and I don't see all the time all of you, so if I don't see you, if I don't call on you when you raise your hand, just speak, okay?
Okay.
Because I'm going up and down, but it's not always that I can see you.
An invitation to interrupt. I love it.
Yeah, but what can I do? I cannot see all of you constantly. You see, I
Mina,
see something.
Mina,
Hey,
when somebody raises their hand,
yeah,
their picture
yes,
automatically goes into the upper
yes,
left-hand
yes,
corner.
I know.
Okay.
But if there is more than one, that starts to be a problem.
No, they'll just go right in the order. Goes right in order. The first one
Okay.
will be the one on the left. The next one will be on the right next to it. So if Henrietta raises her hand, she'll be the first one in the upper left-hand corner. And then if I do, I'll be the second one.
Okay, thanks. Henrietta, you wanted to say something? Henrietta?
Sie ist verstimmt.
Nein, ich habe nicht Gordisch was zu sagen.
Okay, okay. As a student. Okay, we are reading this, yes. Dave, you're with us?
Yeah.
Okay, Dave.
Ob sie es beschert, wird sicher geschehen. Ob sie es beschert, wird kommen zu gehen.
Keep going.
You want me to translate that?
Okay, translate it, yeah.
If she is beschert, she will surely show up. If she is, if she is beschert, she will come. She will come to me.
He, I think.
He will come, but the rest is fine.
No, there's no,
Right, it's oib
no
sis,
gender.
it's oib es is bashet. If it is ordained,
Right.
es zicher, vet es zicher geschehen, it will surely happen. So
Right.
the samach is oib es is bashet.
It's a
If it is
contraction.
ordained.
Okay, go on, Dave.
Klap that in dein Fenster, wenn du bist, wenn du wirst in der Schein. He'll knock on your door.
Window.
I'm sorry, window. If you see him.
No, when
you see him, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead, von alle.
Von alle wird sein der schönste am Melech Moile Chaim. From everyone, he will be
best looking, yeah.
The prettiest.
Best looking, the best looking. He'll be the best looking guy.
Yeah.
With the most charm.
Cookie, let him do it, Cookie.
I'm sorry.
He'll be the handsomest, and so it'll be easy to choose.
Right. Doesn't it sound like it sounds like the Malchamovus? Not the Malchamovus.
No.
It sounds like the Mashiach.
No, it's Melech. It's not Melech.
What a difference.
It's Melech
I'm sorry.
Mulchain. He'll be like a charming, wonderful king. A Melech Mulchain, full of charm. He's got all of the all the requirements.
Okay, we have here some differences. Raphael wrote that it reminds him of some enchanted evening, While Morty wrote that it reminded him of horror movies.
What is the meaning of
Das ist
Dersen?
dieselbe Kazakh for the song.
For some it may be the same thing. Okay.
Excuse me? What
Yes,
is the meaning of Dersen?
There's
Zane.
C.
Notice him. You'll see him.
Oh, you will see. Okay.
Okay. Rochelle, will you continue?
Yes. Ob es beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. Von jener Eckwelt wird kommen zu gehen. If it is meant to be, it will definitely happen, and he'll come from any part of the world, from the jener Eck, the other corner of the world. Wie Adam und Chave in Gan Eden, like Adam and Eve in paradise, ruhig und ungestört.
Okay, so let me
Quiet.
just hold on a second.
Yeah.
I have to apologize here. After it was sent out, I noticed that it should be ungestört, one word. Instead of the aleph, it should be aleph of ungestört, undisturbed.
Undisturbed, right.
Sorry about that.
That's the way I read it. Okay. So
Okay.
like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, without quiet and undisturbed. Leben wird sich in Frieden, ob es ist beschert. And they'll live in peace if it is ordained.
Good.
Excuse me?
Very nice.
Good.
Thank you.
That's what he said, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Anita, can you continue?
Ob sie's beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. Ob es geschert, wird kommen zu gehen. So if it is beschert, or he will surely, it will surely happen. If it is beschert, he will he will come to gain. He will come to me. Klappen wird in dein Fenster, wenn du wirst ihn sehen. So he will knock on the fence, on the window, when you will see him, as you see him or when you see it. Von alle wird sein der schönste, wird sein der schönste, im Malach Malachim. From all, he will be the prettiest, the
handsomest.
An angel.
No, it's Amelech. Amelech Malachim. A king.
Okay. A what?
A king. A melech. A king.
King.
Malachim.
Okay, Molechain is full of charm.
Full of charm.
Full of charm. Thank you, Anita. Yes, Marna.
Did someone say something about kommen zu gehen? Come to go?
It's to arrive. Kommen zu gehen means to arrive.
Thank you.
Okay, Rafael.
Yeah, there's various ways of arriving. If you come by vehicle, it's kommen zu fahren. If you come on foot, it's kommen zu gehen. If you come by train, it's kommen mit Bahn. So it's explaining how one is coming, but it's also here just to rhyme with geschehen.
Okay, thanks.
Isabel, yes?
There's the song that Mashiach wird kommen.
That's right.
And it goes through all of those.
Right. In each case, something else. If he comes on foot, if he comes to full.
They're coming to game with it.
Right. Each time it's right. Exactly.
I love
You had that.
Okay, Isabel, what?
I have a story about Shalom Sekunda.
Okay.
He was visited by a man who accompanied a younger man. And he said, this young man plays the piano wonderfully. He writes songs. He could help you in the Yiddish theater. So Shalom Secunda interviewed him and said, I can't use this guy. He's never been to conservatory. He doesn't have any training. The young man was George Gershwin.
Okay, so that's what we are reading now? Michael, yeah? Okay,
Yes.
so, okay, Judy, can you read it?
Is this what we just finished reading? No?
No, we still
It's
have
repeated.
this one.
It's a repetition.
Oibses Bashert, wird es sicher geschehen, von jener Welt wird kommen zu gehen. Wo die Odem und Kana ist in Gan Eden Ruck und ungestört leben wird ihr sich in Frieden oibes Basher.
Okay, so that's basically, we read it before, so. But if you want to translate it, go ahead.
If it's meant to be, then it will surely happen. Not sure about the beginning of this second line.
Von jener Welt, from the other end of the world.
Other end of the world, he would be coming. Like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, quiet and undisturbed. You will have a I'm not sure about that.
So the word order is inverted. It's wird sich leben in Frieden. You will live in peace.
Peace, if it's meant to be.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Okay, let's listen again.
And Mina.
Yes.
By the way, Barbara sent me a email that somewhere on that record jacket, it gives someone else as the male singer. I don't remember who it was, but I didn't see it. Oh, it must be on the reverse side. Barbara, do you remember who they said was the singer?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. On the jacket, the opposite side jacket, it's listed Mooney Sarabroff is the singer along with
Okay.
Molly Pecan.
Okay, I don't know where I found. Irving Jacobson was on the cast, right?
Oh yes, as a matter of fact, as I remarked to you, Maurice, that many members of the cast, as they're shown here, were related to each other.
Right. Nepotism.
Yeah, Rachel, yeah.
I just want to make a comment that the font that you use for the songs is extremely easy to read. One of the problems I have when we're reading the literature is that the font is so difficult. It's just the size and the font sometimes makes it very hard for me to get.
So, I mean, it's the literature comes straight from the National Yiddish Book Center. Those are actual, photographs.
Photos of the pages.
Of the book. Whereas the font that I use, I type it into the computer. So the font is good, but I make a lot of mistakes.
But for a beginner reader, it really helps me.
Yeah.
Moshe puts the song onto the computer. He
right. So I'm typing it in, and I'm responsible for all the mistakes.
Oh,
whereas
stop.
the National Yiddish Book Center is just digitizing texts from 100
I
years
understand
ago.
that. I just wanted to make a comment that sometimes it's just so difficult to
Yeah.
just the font makes it difficult.
Right.
But
Not
thank
to
you.
mention all the German words.
Yes. Well, the German words are easier for me than the Hebrew words.
Okay, anyone wants to come? Let's listen to it again and then.
Sure.
Ich has sich meine eigene Philosophie. Ich weiß von der Erfahrung im Leben. Als wieviel du sollst sich nicht geben de mir. Hol ihm ein Hoffen in Streben. Ihr Emerser Sivik wird jede Freude noch kriegen, neu zu säuben, verschrieben also. Oib's is beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. Oib's is beschert, wird kommen zu gehen. Klappen wird in dein Fenster, denn die wirst ihm der sehen. Finale wird sein der Schönste. Am Melech Mulechein, oib's is beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. Von jener Welt wird kommen zu gehen, wie Judim in Chavin Gan Eden, ruhig und gestärkt. Leben wird ihr sich in Frieden, oi, es ist beschert.
Oi, es ist beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. Oi, es ist beschert, wird kommen zu gehen. Klappen Wetter in dein Fenster, wenn die Westin der sehn. Von allen Wetter sein der Schönste, am Melech Mulechein. Oib's ist beschert, wird es sicher geschehen. In jener Welt wird kommen zu gehen. Die Juden haben Gan Eden, ruhig und gestärkt. Leben wird ihr sich in Frieden. Oi, es ist
Is Jacob Kalish Molly People's husband?
Yeah.
He was in it too.
Yeah.
But who's the singer? Who's the male singer? Beautiful voice. The male.
I don't know. Maurice, you know?
He has a beautiful voice.
Maurice, do you know? Where is Maurice?
It was on the album cover.
Yeah,
Mooney.
that's the one that Barbara was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, Morty.
Ja, soll nicht sein, kann Missverständnis mit dem Terror, auch gewollt sagen, als zurück mit 2 Tagen, mir gepravet in der 48. Jahr Chasne.
Oh, Mazel Tov.
Didn't hear it.
Mazel tov.
It's so nice. You can practically see them on stage singing.
So it's the album cover shows that it's Muni Seberkov.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Rochale? You are muted.
Kannst du mir hören jetzt?
Yes, yes.
Ja.
Zwei Sachen. Eine, lass mir schreiben auf dem Kalender August 12. August 12 ist der jiddische Jontef von Liebe, Tu B'Av.
Rochale, bis August. Bis August.
Valentine ist nicht der jiddische Jontef, was sehr wichtig. Für mir, aber der jiddische Jontef. Ich meine,
das ist ein sehr wichtiger Jontef. It's a very important Yontef. My son was born on that day, so it's very important.
Good, good. Und asach jiddische Studenten haben Chassene auf Tu B'Av, weil sie nicht so asach Tag, wo wir kein Chassene haben. In Zimmerzeit ist so Tu B'Av ist geworden die Zeit, wo es asach jiddische Kinder haben lieb zu Chassene haben. Und ich meine, dass das ist wichtig, aber also wie mir macht das Tararam, sie geworden, also wie so gesagt, auf Jiddisch trendy, zu machen a Valentine Jontef, euch in Israel plötzlich, das ist nicht gewesen kein Mul, jetzt ist geworden eine ganze Geschichte mit dem. So ich will beten, lass mir schreiben im Kalender, lass mir machen eine gute jiddische Jontef Tu B'Av, die Liebe von Jontef. Die zweite Sache, was ich gewollt sagen, ein bisschen humoristisch, man redet jetzt in Israel, als die Preise von der Petroleum ist geworden sehr teuer. In sie sagen, Tage, Menschen wissen, wo sie sagen, als der Mashiach wird kommen auf einen Esel. Weil
a Weiße.
A Weiße. Weil Petroleum ist nicht sein Problem.
What's an hazel? What's an hazel?
A
donkey.
A donkey.
Donkey.
A donkey. Oh, that's right. A donkey.
Maurice, what happened to your video?
What happened?
Yeah, we cannot see you.
Schämt sich,
yeah.
I don't know.
We cannot see you.
I don't know.
Okay, anyone wants, yeah, I see, Cookie. Cookie.
In mein Haus ist das ist gewesen ein goyische Jontef, St. Valentine's Day, und als der Best ist gucken auf die Internet, wir sehen, als es kommt von einer Sachen, was ist nicht gut für jeden.
Gar nicht ist nicht gut für jeden.
Aber ich keinmal nicht gekriegt Valentine's Kortel von meinem Mann. Aber jetzt mein neuer Geliebter hat mir gegeben mein erster Valentine's Day Kortel, und es hat gehabt eine Sachliebe, und ich habe ihm gar nicht gesagt, verstehst du, aber bei uns ist gewesen ein goyischer Jontef.
Kann sich zu lernen, es ist nicht zu spät.
Ja.
Super,
Etwas anderes will der besuchen? Von der Lied, von Valentine, von Liebe, von ich weiß nicht was.
Get back, yeah.
Yes, Rafael, what is this? You are okay, so can you sum up what Maya have said? So
referring to what Mariv says about the Valentine's Day is when the sun enters Aquarius. I'm just referring to the musical Hair and the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Nothing important.
And I have another theory about the Valentine days. I call it Hallmark holidays. It's, it's what Hallmark decided that we have to celebrate, and then it started. So, okay.
Actually, it's much more authentic than that. Historically, the holiday of that became Valentine's Day was actually some kind of, I don't even know what they were celebrating, but it was one of the few times that people were encouraged to communicate with each other. Young people were encouraged to communicate with each other, and they would write notes, and you know, and it would foster relationships that in as much as they could have some power over their relationship. So it's really kind of, I mean, it certainly has been hallmarkized, but it authentically is a love communication day or an interest communication day between the sexes.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Yes, Marty.
Yeah, in relation to this, let's not forget also that in Jewish tradition there was also the same thing, but it happened on Yom Kippur in the afternoon, when young men and young women used to get together and celebrate knowing each other and falling in love.
Oh, and he didn't even have to buy her dinner.
Because they were the only ones with strength enough left by the end of the day.
That was a cheap day.
The rest of us were all sleeping.
Cookie, that's a good one. Yeah.
Cookie, that's the best. That's the best.
Und man darf nicht vergessen, als in 1929, ich meine, haben sie the Hargit Menschen in Chicago am
St.
Valentine's Day.
Massacre,
The Hargit, ich meine, 9 oder 10 Menschen.
Aber Goyim haben gehaget Goyim.
Maurice, verwus.
Sie gewähnen Gangsters.
Gangsters, yeah. Goyim gehaget Goyim, no?
Okay.
On Clark Street.
Henrietta,
Meine Deiges.
Valentine's Day was started. There was a Saint Valentine in the Christian religion, and he was a martyr. And so Saint Valentine's Day was started way back to commemorate Saint Valentine, who was a Christian Catholic martyr. So you can take it from there to today.
Okay, thank you.
And how it evolved.
Thank you.
By the way, the prom is the same thing like Valentine's Day. The prom, going to the prom is also in the old days, you know, if you look into that, yeah. In Plutzrum jetzt ist sehr populär auch in Israel. Oi, oi, oi.
Ja. Und der Gewinn sagen, dass ich weiß nicht, was ist ein Prom. Not in the movies.
Yeah, Halloween also.
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, but these holidays have been secularized to the point where I think they have lost all Christian meaning.
Ja, but nicht bei
Danken Gott.
Ich weiß, meine Mama hat euch nicht der Leute mit so die Sachen tun.
Until Thanksgiving is gewesen bei uns a goyische Jante.
Okay, Zuli?
Ja, ich habe gewollt suchen, Valentine is all over. In Argentina, they celebrate Valentine. In Mexico, they celebrate Valentine. When I lived there, nobody knew about Valentine.
Yeah.
But they call it the friendship and love.
Yeah.
So it's for friends and for love.
Yeah.
Okay. Henrietta, do you want to say anything else? So, yeah, because your hand is still raised. Okay, so if we finished with Valentine, let's go back to a Yiddish Schreiber. A Yiddish Schreiber, Sholem Aleichem, and Menachem Mendel to his wife, Sheina Schendl. And just to recap what we read. So we are reading about the Angola plan when the Portuguese government suggested that the Jew will come and settle in Angola. And they are coming to Zangwill, who founded that a territorialist organization that intended to settle Jews anywhere just so they will get out of Europe and they will be settled. If Israel is not a possibility, if Palestine is not a possibility, then anywhere in the world. And they considered Angola, and they had the משא ומתן they talked with the
Negotiations.
Negotiations.
Thanks. So they negotiated with the Portuguese government, but it didn't come to fruition because there was no funding for it. But here, Menachem Mendel is talking, he's telling us the story of how the Portuguese are negotiating with Zangwill. And that's where we stopped. So, Michael, I'm sharing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Mina,
Yes, Maurice.
ich meine, als de Menschen kennen Bela Schechter Gottesmann, die Sängerin, und sie ist gewesen ein Territorialist und ihr Bruder, den größten Linguist, Mordechai Schechter, euch sind gewesen Territorialisten, ist gewesen eine Organisation, wo es hat geheißen,
Freilandliga.
Ja, Freilandliga. Ja, Freilandliga. Und sie haben gesagt, ein Land für jeden.
Sie hat auch viele gegeben, die Nummer von der Mensch, wo sie es gewähnt, der Hauptmensch von dem, zu ihr Sohn. Itche Gottesmann ist noch der Mensch.
Ja. Welcher Mensch?
Ja.
Over a drop.
Welcher Mensch, Rochele?
Der Scheraful kann mir helfen, ich vergesse seine Nummern. Wir sind Itchik...
Zangwill, probably Zangwill. His name was Israel, wasn't it?
Yes.
Israel Zangwill, yeah.
Same thing.
No, not the same thing.
No, Itzik Gottesman was named after Itzik, different Itzik, not Israel, but Itzik. His name was Nachman or something like that. I can't remember.
אפשר איך כן דוס treffen.
Okay, mit sehen der noch. Jetzt, we are at the top of the page, nor azoi vi. Okay?
You make it bigger?
The board is verdeckt.
What page? What page?
I have it on 7, but I think you have it on
No,
8.
we are on 6 in the middle.
6. It's not the middle.
It's 8. 8. Page 8.
No, 6.
6. We are on 6.
8 of 13.
Here, I'm circling it.
Wollten es, sagen Sie euch nicht.
Just, I'm circling it. Nor azoi vi. Yes, Rafael?
What's the first word?
Yeah, the reason that there's a disagreement.
It's about 8 rows from the bottom on page.
No.
Yes, I mark it.
The reason there's a disagreement about the page and the line is that Mina sent it out 2 times. And so some of you have an earlier version, some of you have a later version. But it's the paragraph that starts that, meh, I think, and it's deep into it, Nora Zoivi.
Nora Zoivi, I'm circling it. I don't know if you can see, but I have a small end on it. Nora Zoivi.
Aber was ist der erste Wort? Allemal verdeckt mit die Bilder.
It's not now. It's not verdeckt.
Oh.
You can see it.
Verdeckt. Nein.
It's nicht verdeckt. You can see it now. Okay, Nora Zoivi. Because
I cannot see it. The gallery covers it.
Yeah.
No, it's not covering it.
You can
on my screen and I can't get
you can grab it with your mouse and move it around
and move it
or make it
just
smaller.
Move it.
Thank you.
The way I see it, it's not covered.
Okay.
So on my screen, it's not covered. So no,
Why don't we go back and we learn a bit?
No, we don't have to go back. Minna is the teacher, and let's continue.
Okay, guys, I summed it up for you. I summed it up, and so now what we are here is the Portuguese are talking to Zangwill. And they are telling him that they want the Jews to come and settle in Angola. But they are going back a little bit. And now they are talking about the history of Jews in Portugal. So That will be perfect for Louisa because she can enlighten us a little bit about it. Louisa, you are still with us? I saw that you joined us.
So which page is it on? It's
8.
לא יכול להיות.
8 למעלה. Louisa, you're with us? Yeah, but where are you? There is an empty chair.
למעלה? It says
yes.
something different.
Yes,
on
yes,
my
Beverly.
page.
What does Zeulma mean?
Das Land sich rennen?
The Olma in the world. In the world. So from, because the last sentence says that the Portuguese are telling that they are not going to give Angola, they are not going to give it away for the whole money in the world. But, Louisa, come. Norazoivi, do you see it? I'm circling it.
Hold on, let me see. Norazoivi, sagen sie, unsere älter Seides, schluckter sie über, Sangewill heißt es, und macht zu sie, okay, only just as our great-great-grandparents, schluckter sie, he hits himself, is it?
He cuts them out. Interrupts them.
Zangwill, that is. Und macht zu sie, and he tells them, a ihre älter Seides losgemacht. Your great-great-grandparents left you or something?
Leave them alone.
No, leave them alone. Lassen Sie sich, sagt ruhen dorten in Gan Eden. Let them, he says, rest, I suppose.
Yes.
Yes.
Right there in paradise. In the Gan Eden, sagt in the paradise, he says, was they verdient by God, which they earned through God. Warum sie haben doch es getan? Because warum sie haben doch es getan? I don't know how to translate this.
Because
they did it.
Because they doch es getan. Why es?
It is their doing.
Oh, it is their doing, sagt Leshem Shamayim, he says, for heaven's sake. Von Gottes wegen gebroten uns auf heiße
Covered.
Okay, so in Leshem Shamayim, for heavens, from God, wegen, so from God they brought us.
No, gebroten
they burned.
From God they burned on hot frying pans. Und von Gottes wegen, sagt and from God's ways, he says.
For God. For God.
For God's ways, sagt he says, geschnitten von uns passen Lebendigkeit nor blote. I'm not sure how to translate that.
And for the sake of God,
he says,
they cut us while we were still alive.
Yeah, and nor with blood or something.
No, nor blote, like mud. But just a moment, I saw people raising their hand. Rafael, you raised your hand?
Yeah, the expression von Gottes wegen is like von meinetwegen, von deinetwegen, for my sake, for your sake, it's for God's sake.
Okay, and Beverly?
Thank you.
Beverly, you went away. But Louisa, can you just tell us a little bit? I asked you to call this paragraph because, you know,
Yes.
You know best about this one.
Yes. Actually, I got something here that talks about how much they were particularly suffering. I just have these pages in front of me. When because like I told you the other day, the problem was that they were kicked out of Spain in 1492, but they had a very important community in also in Portugal, and they had very good relationships with the King of Portugal, who was King John, and they tried to make a deal with this King John of Portugal, and he agreed to accept them and take care of them in exchange for an amount of money. So they ended up going to Portugal for according to this, for a hefty fee. He gave a permit for 8 months. Those who were unable to pay, they were sold into slavery. At the end of the period of asylum, 600 families of affluent Jews would be permitted to remain, again, with paying money. So the problem was that a year later, they reneged, you say in English, they reneged on that agreement, and they ended up forcing them to convert to Christianity, actually without letting them go. So that was the big difference between Spain and Portugal, because the Portuguese converted the Jews forcibly, and there were those who escaped, who ended up in those days, of course, the only way that they could escape at that point from Portugal was through the sea. So there were many rip-offs of the people who offered boats to take them out of Portugal, and because they couldn't go into Spain back again. So they ended up being sent exactly to Africa, and there were shipwrecks, and they were, many of them were abandoned in some African areas, and they were sold, or they were sold into slavery. That's as far as those who were able to escape. But the ones who remained in Portugal, they were forcibly converted. And that's why we heard so many stories in the last 20 or 30 years about descendants, especially the descendants in an area called Belmonte in Portugal, who are descendants of those Jews who were forcibly converted, and they remained secretly Jews, but they just had no way out. So, and there are terrible, harrowing stories about a particular boat with children that abandoned children in a very wild type of island. A lot of children that were just abandoned there. So it's just one terrible story after another. It is extremely painful.
Thank you, Louisa. I think it shows us, you know, it's a piece of history that we don't know very much about it. So thank you for enlightening us.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Beverly, you raised your hand, yes? You're muted, Beverly.
Oh, that was for the word de Olma. No, it's okay, forget it.
The Olma is for the word, yes. Martin?
Yeah.
Yes,
Those
I just wanted to mention how the way Shalom Aleichem tells in the words of Zangwill, how ironic he is talking about the Portuguese doing the work of God and the terrible things that they did, but making it as if it was something good, being ironic in it.
Yeah.
Which I found interesting.
Yes. Yeah, Cookie.
I wanted to ask if those Jews who remained Jews secretly, are their descendants openly Jewish now? If they're still there?
Well,
Yeah, I've been reading about this. Some are figuring it out. Some don't know.
yeah, I wanted to add one of the main islands where they were sent these children. It was the Portuguese island of Sao Tome, which is off of the coast of Africa. And
okay. Okay, thanks, Rachel. Unmute yourself.
It's really a miracle
You-
that we're
can you hear
still
me?
here.
Yes, we can.
Okay, the imagery of the frying pan is, the Mama hat mir gepflegt, sagen, als ich will sein schlecht, weil ich gehe zu Gehennem, und in Gehennem will ich werden geprägelt auf eine heiße Patel.
Oh my God.
I have a question there. I have a question.
Okay,
So
Cookie.
I think
Well,
that
no.
imagery is about
Somebody-
hell.
Imitzer
believe.
hat mir
Am I
gesagt,
reading that
als es
correctly?
nicht
Cookie.
so kein, ja, Imitzer hat mir gesagt, als es nicht dem ist, there's no hell. And my father used to say, there's brennen and genem, you know, he taught us a very fearful God if we did any infractions, any punishments. So one time he said, even carrying a handkerchief on Shabbos, Crickman them tight. So a brother of mine said, well, if I'm going to get death for carrying a handkerchief, I might as well do everything else, you know. But the point being, I heard there is no Genem, that there is no hell in the Jewish faith. And yet there is a word, Genem.
Right. The difference between the religious and the folklore.
Oh, well.
Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Rachel? Rachel?
Okay. Where are we?
Here, wer redt davon? Wer redt davon? Here. I'm circling.
Okay, okay, I have it, yeah. Wer redt davon? Who's talking about it? Who's talking about what your people did to us? Sagt a land was heißt Angola. Ich frage euch.
No. Ich hab doch Eich.
Sagt er.
Ich hab doch Eich. Do you see the end?
Oh, okay. Ich hab doch, ja. Ich hab doch euch, sagt er, gesagt, als Said ist beTeva, nicht kein Venoiter. Aid dort a Katzen im Kopf, Moach. I already told you, he says, that a Jew is by nature not
vengeful,
not vengeful, and not a hater. And Noakim is a vengeful, and Nota is a hater. It doesn't hold hate inside him.
Doesn't have a grudge, doesn't hold a grudge.
Doesn't hold a grudge, yeah. A Jew has the brain of a cat. That means that a Jew forgets, like a cat does. Was given is given, whatever was. It's reden mir business. Und business, doctor, is business. Now we're talking about business, and business is business. We're talking about a deal here. Sie ist ein offener 66. It's an open 66. That means we're talking about business again in another way. Gott hat euch geholfen, hat euch der Worben, sagt ein Land, was heißt Angola. God helped you that you were given a land that is called Angola. Ich frage euch nicht, wie sie Birushet, sie mit Geselle. I don't tell you I'm not asking you how you got this land, whether you inherited it or you stole it. Das ist nicht meine business. This is not my business how you got it. Ich weiß noch, sagt als euer Land steckt ergens weit als in Afrika. all I know is that your land is somewhere far away in Africa. Und ihr seid beim Chelek votchem a bissl bekapzend, ihr hat nicht kein Geld, nicht kein Menschen, auf zu besetzen das Land. And you would forgive me by saying that, but you barely, you don't have money, and you don't have people to settle them in that country. Bechem wilt ihr, als mir Jiden heißt es, sollen kommen und besetzen euer Land. Therefore, you want that we Jews, that is, we should come and settle down in your land, in your country. Also dacht sich, ob ich euch verstanden? This is how it is. This is how I understood you. Is this correct?
Okay, thank you, Rachel. Yes, Rafael.
Yeah, this Offener 66. It's referring to a card game known as the 66. It's also in German Paderbernen. Anyway, it's a well-known card game from 100 years ago, and an open one is like an open book, an obvious thing.
Okay.
Thank you. I was going to ask about that.
Yeah.
Got to know about cards. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Morty.
Yeah, just to extend what Rafael has said, the Vinkl also says that 66 means an open and frank discussion.
Okay. Okay, thank you, guys. Marna, will you continue reading?
Sure. Sind sie, also haben da zu tun nicht mit kein Angola. Sorry. Isn't it say Angola?
Yeah, but that's a typo.
Right. Machen Sie zu ihm, was auf uns, was für Chacham ihr seid. Okay, translating is harder.
Yes, please.
They see that they have here to do nothing to do with any child, any boy.
Yeah.
With a boy, yeah. Machen sie zu ihm, so they tell him.
What a year?
As a year of uns.
What a year for us?
Yeah, but that's translating it verbally. But as a year of uns.
We should all live so long.
Yeah.
Thank you. Was for a chacham? What kind of a chacham you will be?
You are. How clever you are. We should live so long. What a chochem, what a clever person you are.
Nur was wird ihr etwas sagen uns auf unser
Предложение.
No idea.
So what are you going to tell us about our
proposal?
Proposal. So yes, it's a proposal.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Marna. Morty, go on.
Nehmt sich wieder einmal bei der Bord, sagen will heißt es, und ruft sich zu sich. So he takes again hold of his beard that is Vinkl takes hold of his beard and tells him the following. Wus is shaykh? Wus ken ich euch, sagt der Rauf sagen. What is the situation? What else can I tell you about this? Das Geschäft mich Titi kann sich ausficken, sie soll sein a Geschäft. The business, sure, why not? It can come out to be a business.
Okay, just a moment. Some people are wanting. Susan, yeah.
That word is pronounced in Yiddish, machetoise. Machetoise.
Okay. Yes, it's machetoise.
And is it Hebrew?
No, it's not. It's Aramaic.
What is it?
Aramaic.
Oh, Aramaic. Machetoise. What does it mean literally?
Why not?
Well, not literally. Literally means from this you will derive. But machtese.
Like adahab.
Yeah, but here it means of course. Absolutely sure.
Okay, go on, Morty.
Nor mir dafen ausnehmen mit euch, sagt Nuim in Nuim und Nuim. However, we have to get from you, he says, concessions and Nuim in the meaning of something more and more and more. Erstens sagt darf Jid sehen, wo handelt. First of all, he says, a Jew has to see what he's dealing with. Me darf guckt in koidem, wo's for punem Angola hot. First of all, we have to see what kind of what does Angola look like. Literally, what face it has, but it means what it looks like. Wie liegt es in wo's is dus wert? Where is it located and what is it worth? A cat in a sack, a cat inside a bag is not worth anything. Dus is nicht meise Zeug. This is not the way a businessman handles. Wer schein ist, sagt and secondly he says, wird uns Meuchel sein, herausgeben, sagt auf Papier, darf wir chussen, als wir sind dorten, vollne Balebatim, und dürfen euch nicht gucken in die Zähne rein. And second, he says, you will forgive us, but you will have to, he says, give us everything written and signed in paper, that we are there, the full Balebatim, the full owners, and we don't even have to look at you in the teeth, meaning we don't have to pay any attention to what you say or want.
Okay. Thank you, Morty. Thank you. Beverly, you didn't read for a long time.
Is it chapse sich auf? They grab each other. I think it's important to know about Menachem Mendel. He is a Luftmensch. He's always looking for a job. So he goes on trains and he leaves his wife and he writes her. But he's looking for deals, I would say. So he thinks he probably has a deal.
No, here he is a writer. He's a journalist.
Here he's a writer. Okay.
In this part, he's a journalist. Yeah.
Okay. Shaykh, I don't know what that is. Balabatim. Balabatim to Balabatim is nit gleich. What is shaykh?
How to translate it? Belong. What's belong to
honorable people. Honorable people to honorable people is not.
Balabusim means
owners.
What does it belong to?
When it comes to owners.
Please summarize.
Okay. Maurice, you did it okay. So just.
So they interrupt and Shaykh Balabatim, when it comes to owners, Balabatim to Balabatim is nicht gleich. They're not always equal. They're not all the same. So pritzim, they're could be aristocrats or very rich people. Zukte Zongvil heißt es. So he says, Zongvil says, pritzim yak pritzim. I don't know what that means. What's a yak?
Pritzim or no pritzim?
Pritzim or no? Oh, okay.
Or no
Aristocrats.
pritzim. Yak
Right,
is no.
okay.
Svetlana, is it right?
Yes, I think it's a Polish word.
It's Polish.
Yeah, it's
Do.
pritzim or no. Svetlana?
Ich bin da, ja.
Yak. Yak is or not? Yes
It's
or no?
Like, as.
Як україніш, like.
Like, so
As.
pritzim like pritzim, that
Yeah.
will be
No,
the
it's-
translation?
Yeah,
Okay.
this україніш, як.
Okay, so pritzim like
Polish.
pritzim.
Polish
Okay,
too.
Polish,
Polish too.
Ukrainian. Yes, Rafael.
Several things. One is this shayach balabotim. It's what do you? It's like, what do you mean balabotim? Or is it relevant balabotim? Balabotim to balabotim is nicht gleich. Balabotim are not always the same as other balabotim. Pritzim, you will be, say the Portuguese to Zangville, you will be the nobility, the pritzim. And Zangville says, pritzim yak pritzim, and this yak in the middle is never mind. Never mind pritzim, never mind nobility. Never mind being nobility. And so it's an expression which you do find in Yiddish, something yak something.
Something. Okay. Okay, thanks. So Beverly gone. Beverly?
Nur mir wollen sich dort ein Sullivan, also wie bei sich in der Heim. What's ein, but we will be, what is ein Sullivan?
Systemize.
What?
Systemize, put in order, put into a system.
Like we do in our own homes. Wir wollen euch nicht zahlen kein große Steuers. We won't charge you large taxes. Sagt er.
No, not charge. We will
Pay.
not pay
We
you.
won't pay.
You won't
We
pay.
won't. Sullen is pay?
Yes,
Yep.
Solon is pay.
Really? I thought sullen is when you charge. Okay.
No.
Sagt er, he says, wir wollen euch nicht geben kein Soldaten. We won't give you any soldiers. Wir wollen sich, sagt er, we will, he says, haben unsere eigene Soldaten. We'll have our own soldiers. Wir wollen sich reden auf unser Loschen. We'll speak on our own language. Einführen unsere eigene
Scholes.
Scholas, what is that?
School.
Oh, schools. Oh, we'll have our own schools. Hadarim.
Cheder.
Oh, it's a
Cheder.
cheder. Base midrash. Schools, shuls, I guess.
Yeah, schools, Hadarim, and Batei Midrashim.
Yeah. Haklau, sagt er, wir wollen das machen for min Eretz Yisrael. We'll make, in the end, we'll make it like a little Israel, Eretz Yisrael.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Golda, go on.
Hat Yiddishkeit? Did you understand? Nicht mehr, sagt er. Das Land wird sich rechnen auf euer Namen. Not more, he said. The land will exist at our name, at your name. Und von der Erde wollen wir euch bezahlen gewöhnlich, nicht mit einmal. And of course, we will pay you not all at once. Now, bisslich wait. Wer hat das so viel Geld heutige Zeiten? Who has that kind of money in today's time? Now, bisslich weiß. No, little by little. The kosher is
when we will have, we will.
When we Hasis, when we will have it, it's, you understand. Und Lamich haben, sagt ja mit euch in einem, and let us hope, he says, that we'll have a good year. Was war a good Geschäft ihr werdet dann machen, and what a good business we'll make. Warum das Land, was wird sich es auslegen? Because the land will develop. Es wird so lang liegen, bis wir es bei euch zunehmen unter der Nase. The Marshall Taka eure Schreinen. Die Französler oder Taka unsere Engländer mit die Kasteldecke Häuser. It'll take so long until your land will be taken right under your nose. For example, really, your neighbors, the French, and really the English, with their kind of pants, the
Checkered
pants.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now, he's using it in other stories as well. He's referring to the English as the ones with the checkered pants. I remember reading other stories with it. Yes, Michael?
What's the contraction of, what is this? I lost my, me'et. Is me'et this?
We will.
Oh, vet. Okay. Good. Thank.
Okay, Michael, you haven't read.
Okay.
Just a minute. What is a Castellideke?
Castellideke, checkered pants. checkered pants. מכנסיים עם קוביות.
כן.
Okay, Michael.
Okay, Hakitzer, hat sie weggelegt meine Lotion? Okay. So Hakitzer, that's
in short.
Oh yeah, that's right. In short, he I don't know what a minor lotion is.
Insult. An answer. But
okay.
He gave them an answer, but
he laid down an answer for them.
Yes. But meine lotion is more than an answer. It's kind of,
it's an insult.
No, it means eloquent.
Yeah, it's more than an answer, a very eloquent one, yes.
Okay. So like a rebuttal.
A rebuttal, that's very good.
Okay. Zangeville, as will kon so Zangville is, as you'll know him.
No. Yeah. If he wants, he can.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If he wants, he can.
Okay, Zangville, if he wants, he can. Danach hat zu neu gerufen an Asifa. Asifa. Tage bei sich in London von Same die größte Territoristen mit Räuschilden von London.
Okay, so translate.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so thereafter he what's Asifa?
A meeting.
Okay, so he called a meeting. To come to him in London?
Yes.
Okay. From the same great territories.
No,
for
territorialists. The greatest territorialists.
From
among the most important territorialists.
Okay, from among the most important territories mit Rothschild und with Rothschild from London, with Jacob Schiff from America, mit Brodskin von Kiev.
So Brodsky was a philanthropist from Kiev, Lazar Brodsky. Yeah, go on.
Hello.
Go on, Michael.
Hola, Angelito.
I think he froze.
Michael, you froze?
If he froze, he won't answer.
Okay.
Sorry, my phone cut my microphone.
Sorry.
Okay.
You can continue.
Okay, mit Teitlin von Saratov.
Okay, so Teitlin, just because I looked up all those people. Teitlin was Jacob Teitel, and he was a judge in Saratov. And a Jewish judge in Saratov was a very big deal at the time to be a Jewish judge.
Okay. Und mit Jatskanen von Varsha.
Okay, so Yatskan is a very important person. He was a journalist and a publisher, and he established and he edited the Eint in Warsaw, which was the major newspaper, the major Jewish newspaper in Warsaw.
Okay, und mit Shiraran von Baku.
So Shmuel Sheriran was also a very wealthy person from Baku and a territorialist, yeah.
Okay, und es ist geblieben, soll schicken Freuden, Mizol, Mizol schicken Freuden aussehen das Land. So it remained that we should.
Was agreed.
It was agreed that we should go and take a look at the land.
Oh, okay. Yes.
But they should first take a look at the land.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we will stop here because it's exactly 12 o'clock, and we will continue next time. So just everyone, just mark the page where we stop, because I have another page, you have another page, so just mark it, okay? Now is
Good
the
idea.
Yeah, okay. And I see the two people raise their hand. Judy, yes?
Yes, what is is it coitus?
Koidem.
First.
Koidem call,
Koidem
first
means
of all.
first.
Before everything.
Pardon?
Before everything. Before everything. First. Before everything.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Guys, anyone wants to comment, want to say something?
Just to complete the information that you gave me, Shrarin from Baku was one of the guys who made a lot of money with oil in the Baku area, which was one of the first developments of oil in the world.
Yeah, okay. It's, you know, Baku is called in sometimes the Black City because of the oil. So it's the Black City.
And it's in Azerbaijan.
Just a moment, Neely, Morty was talking. Just a moment.
I'm
Morty.
sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I was just going to say that it's the capital of Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Azerbaijan, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so now Neely, what?
מי זה השם עם רש מתחיל ששואל אותי אם אני גרה בארץ? מי זה ברש?
I don't know.
רוחלה או מישהו?
I don't know. רוחלה? Yeah. So just a moment.
Neili wohnt in Israel oder du in America?
No, I live in Houston, but I was born and I have still family in Israel. And
what's the question?
Rochale asked Neely where she lives.
Where do you live?
No, that's not class thing. Louisa.
Baku is the sister city of Houston.
What?
It's officially,
yes, in the oil industry.
It is officially one of Houston's sister cities.
No, in the oil industry.
You know what is another sister? The place where I was born, Petach Tikva.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Houston
Yes,
has
definitely, definitely.
Houston has many sister cities throughout the
It's
world.
the first time I hear it.
We
Mina.
built, Houston built an early childhood center in Petach Tikva. I went there. I'll tell you about that another time. Yes.
Petach Tikva for Houston?
Yes,
What
ma'am.
nice.
I'll tell you about it another time.
Okay, you could have come knock on my door, say I am Beverly.
I'll tell you about the whole connection of Petach Tikva, yes.
Rochele, where do you live?
Nili, wir können reden später, das hat nichts zu tun zum Programm.
Ja, das hat nichts zu tun mit der Class. If you have anything to add to what we read in the class, yes, Marsha.
But I don't have your phone number or something.
Okay, אני אשלח לך, בסדר.
Yes, I heard Louisa say they reneged, and she had a little problem with the language. But if you push Google in the microphone, Google will say the word for you, so you'll hear the pronunciation.
Yeah, but did I say right? It's reneged on their promise, right?
It's reneged, right.
I was just double checking with enough native speakers of English in the group. They can correct me, all right.
Yes, okay. I did. You're so wonderful with everything. I didn't want to correct you, but
no, you should correct me.
But I just wanted to give you, and other people too, they could go to Google and they could hear the word, the sound of the word.
You know, this is a class, so it's okay to correct people.
Exactly.
I am a born teacher, and I correct people, and I like to be corrected.
Okay. I would love to have your email so I could send you things. Would appreciate.
Thank you.
Okay, just a moment. Apropos emails and phone numbers. If you want anyone's email, ask Beverly.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, and she will send it to you.
I'll send it to you.
Like Neely, Rochale, if you want each other and everything and you cannot get it, ask Beverly, she will send it to you.
No problem.
תודה רבה.
Okay, so guys, next week we will continue reading and hopefully we will get to Shana Scheindl response to what Menachem Mendel is writing to her. Because when his wife is responding, what I like best about it is when she's using phrases that her mother is saying, like the mother is saying, and those are typical Yiddish phrases, and those are amazing. So luckily, hopefully, I think we will get there next week. Myrev,
I just want to agree. This story is so wonderful because he's writing like they talk.
Exactly.
Like they must have talked. It's not polished like you would when you're publishing something. So it's really interesting to hear all the idioms they use and all the, the way conversation goes on. Very wonderful.
Like the way he's using blote, which is mad or anything. Yeah, it's just like people used to talk. That's what's so wonderful about Shalom Aleichem.
Wir haben nicht geredet wegen reingucken in Zähne rein. Das hat mir euch der Band alte Tag, wenn ihr guckt rein in Zähne rein, was das meint. Das ist gewesen sehr gut zu lesen, das.
When you look into the
kiekt rein auf Baal Chaim, ihr kiekt rein auf Pferd zu sehen.
Yeah, like you exactly. You don't buy a horse without looking at his teeth. Yeah. Yeah, Louisa, you wanted to say
something.
I
wanted to say, following what you said, I think Sholem Aleichem is the best of the best, and that's why he is so universal, because of all of this that we're saying.
He's one of the best, but not the best of the best.
To me, that's the best.
It's an opinion.
It's an opinion. I also think that he's probably the best Yiddish writer. I think he's much better than Menachem Mendel and others. He has such a feeling, not just for the language, but for the spirit of the people.
Correct. They say they get 3 Jews, you get 4 opinions.
And I also have to say that the original gives you so much more than the translations.
Yes.
Because like the Italians say, traduttore, traditore.
Absolutely.
The translator is a traitor.
That's
But
for everything, for
a
everything.
translation is an art, and with Sholem Aleichem, because the phrases are so, like from the people themselves, it's very difficult to translate them.
Translate, yes.
Because I'm reading now a lot of him because of the Sholem Aleichem event that I'm preparing the story, and I'm reading the translation, and sometimes the translation doesn't have anything to do with the, with the story itself. It loses its chaim. It loses the
tam.
The time, the taste, the everything. So
yes.
That's why this class is so fabulous, because we're reading the
Barbara.
original.
So just following what Mina is saying with regard to the translations not being accurate for Purim, it would be a riot to perhaps show something with a Google translation.
Okay, I read the story that you sent me. It's not so funny after all, so there is a part of it, but it can be nice. I will see. First we will, for Purim, there is always a Purim spiel.
Right, that's right, yeah.
But maybe afterwards,
okay,
we
that's right.
We can do it and then see the Google Translate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can try. We can try.
I forgot your answer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Marsha, yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want to throw this out to you. I'm looking for people that want to give a book review on any of the Jewish Yiddish books that they've read. And I think Zalman Shneur is the best. You must read Zalman Shneur. He's fascinating. So please contact me. It would be for an hour. And you can talk for an hour about a book that you've read and want to throw it out to everyone.
In Yiddish.
In Yiddish. And I could have 500 people come to this event. The person that is speaking will be heard. No one else will be heard. Just the people that are speaking, and the people that want to ask questions, they could write them in the like we do here with the chat, or a Q&A, question and answer. So I just want to throw it out to you.
The book that they read in Yiddish or a translation?
I want them to the book that they're reading in Yiddish. I want to promote the Yiddish books. So contact me, and you could have an hour of your time and spend it with us. So.
Wow.
Okay. So
fantastic.
Something to think about, guys. And maybe you can write it to everyone in the group, because by now half of the people left. So maybe you can write it to everyone.
I can send it out for you. I can send it out to people who don't come.
Oh, okay. I'll write up something and I'll send it to you, Beverly.
Yeah, sure, my pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
I just wanted, following Barbara, to remind everybody, probably very few people know, but today is Purim Katan.
Okay. And
now, what is Purim Katan?
Purim Katan was a traditional celebration among religious Jews in celebration of some family deliverance or good news that they had.
Du sollst tun mit Shana Meuberet?
No. Dus ist etwas anderes. Shana Meuberet ist etwas anderes.
Nein, oder ich habe gemeint, Purim Katan, es gibt nur, wenn sie du Shana Meuberet. Nein? Du hast dich gedenkt nicht. Ich frage dir.
Es kann sein. Wir müssen fragen Dr. Google.
Dr. Google? Okay.
Er wird wissen.
Okay. Okay, guys, Rochale, I didn't forget you. I know that you haven't read for a couple of weeks or next week, because we are growing in numbers. Not everyone can read at one session. So I'm keeping list of who read and who didn't read, and so I can let you all read. So I'm sorry, I just keep a list of who read last week, and then I'm trying to correct it with next week, you see, so but sorry about it. There are just too many people, which is wonderful, but everyone has to read in a... Okay, yes, Barbara.
So this is another subject those of you who have registered for the IAYC conference on February 27th, make sure you check your emails because information was sent about the Zoom links for that. So make sure that you check. And sometimes things go to promotions, sometimes they go to spam. So make sure you check everything so that you have those connections, please.
Barbara, I sent you an email, a response.
And I
get
sent
it?
you an
This is-
answer.
Oh, good. I'll check my
Okay.
email. Thank you.
Louisa?
I have a question. Who knows exactly what Sholem Aleichem stories have already been read in the group? For example, have we read Kovas in the group?
What? Which one?
Kovas. Kovas is a Sholem Aleichem
The drink kvass? No, we
yeah.
didn't read it, no.
It is, I remember I was thinking about that yesterday because I was remembering that when I was in the Jewish school in Buenos Aires as a girl, we read Kovas. I think the name is Kovas, and it's a very, very funny Sholem Aleichem story.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's probably one of the, I don't remember if it is part of Tevye der Milchiker or not, or whether it stands alone. But it is very funny, and we of course used to, I grew up on Sholem Aleichem in my Jewish school. So that's why I love Sholem Aleichem so much.
I'll check it.
There's a part of Motel Pesidem Chazans that
That's
has
it.
to do with them making kvass.
Oh yeah, that's when the brother Eliyahu, when the breeder Eliyahu is making it, yes.
Thank you. So it's it was within Motel Pesidem Chazans. Yes, because I remember we read a lot of those.
Okay.
So
Morty, yes?
Yeah, two things.
Just a minute, Rochale, a minute. Morty.
Ich habe gewollt sagen, als Ruchel ist recht. Ich habe schon gesehen, als der Purim Katan, der kleine Purim, kommt noch, wenn Shana Meuberet, der Leap Year. Und die zweite Sache,
Oh, schönen Dank.
und die zweite Sache ist, zurück mit der Woche, habe gelesen an andere Meise von Sholem Aleichem. Das ist gewesen der Mensch von Buenos Aires.
Oh, but this is nicht, it's not a funny one.
No.
No, that's very, it's very dark. The man
Sad
from
and dark.
It's very dark story. Yeah.
Leap year in Yiddish is as wie in Ivrit, Shana Muberes. Ich weiß, wie zu sagen Leap year of Yiddish.
Of Yiddish? Weiß nicht, man darf sein in Mindset.
A schwanger dicke Jür.
A schwanger dicke Jür. A Kimpeturen.
A
Kimpeturen, ja. No. We will check it in Weinfeld and see what it says.
Not in Weinfeld, but in Schechter.
In Schechter, the new one. Yeah, the new one.
Give me 1 second, I will check it right now.
Okay. The one that I'm using for exercise, you know. It's so heavy.
So schwer.
Okay, guys.
A leap year heißt in Yiddish dus Iberjur.
Iberjur. Iberjur. Yeah, so that's a better one.
Schönen Dank.
Thank you.
Dank euch alle.
Thank you everyone for
Danke
coming.
schön.
We will see you next week and we will continue with Sholem Aleichem and Menachem Mendel and his wife.
A gute Woche und a gute Woche.
A gute Woche. Bye.
תודה רבה.
Bye.